Once again, Cool Hand Luke with the excellent questions. Why do pastors teach people to trust in God to meet their needs, but then pass a plate to meet their own? I personally think the answer is pretty simple and kind of obvious, but I'll lay it out anyway. You see, God only cares about preachers and priests and pastors. Duh. God only shows up when preachers and priests and pastors talk about him, for him. God only provides to the community of his church when pastors and priests and community organizers actually do the work to give people money when they need it. So the real problem here is that pastors and priests have a sense of entitlement. They think they can reach back into the Old Testament, which they hate to read and apply at any other juncture of their teachings, and grab all the writings about tithing and giving to the priests and apply that to themselves. We got to fill up the storehouses for Jesus Christ. In the Old Testament, when God was splitting up the inheritance for each of the 12 tribes of Israel, he gave them all different pieces of land that they would rule over forever, so long as they were obedient to him. But he did not give land to the Levites, the priests. Instead, he says that God himself is their inheritance. And since they didn't get any land given to them, it was the duty of the rest of the Israelites to tithe or bring a portion of their benefit to the Levites to help support the cult of the Levitical priesthood. So since the Levites weren't getting any land or any of those blessings that God gave everyone else, their blessing was to get a portion of the sacrifices that were brought to God. First of all, the fact that they're even attempting to apply Old Testament teachings to their New Testament dogma is just whack. Second of all, these priests and pastors of today do have lands and houses and cars and church buildings and all types of stuff, physical, tangible goods that they've been blessed by God with, that the rest of the congregation doesn't even have. Clearly, I think we all know that the answer is simply this. The God of Abraham has no power. The priests and pastors will continue to use their biblical literature as an excuse as to why you need to give to them. And then when you do, they'll sit back and say, oh yeah, while they're counting their money, oh yeah, God gave me all this. It's funny, when they have the money, God gave it to them. But when there's not enough money, you guys aren't tithing enough. Why aren't you guys tithing? Thought the money came from God, bro. The God of Abraham has no power. He gives no one sustenance. He does not provide for all their needs. He does not protect anyone. He never shows up to defend or help anybody at all in his congregation. And in the rare occurrence that the church gives back, it's usually a PR stunt to get more members.